Hello. Oh, we're recording. Ha. I've been expecting you, Mr. Bond. Put too much honey in that. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm AJ, aka The Honest Biker. Today I'm going to be talking about electric motorcycles. What's the buzz? I'm here all week. I've been lent a great little bike from Vmoto, who specialise in electric motorcycles, and I am going to be taking that out. Be going around and just kind of having a general overview of my thoughts, impressions. I've never ridden an electric before, other than when I was actually at Women in Moto in 2023, and I was given the opportunity to be able to experience their electric motorcycles and scooters on a controlled track environment, and it was great. It was really good fun. We had a laugh, we did like a little race. So this is my video on my thoughts, impressions, and just a general overview of what I felt the bike was like on a whole. So without further ado, let's get to it. Why is it you can never find your keys or anything? We've got keys. Let's go. Check this. I've just found this really nice angle, so I'm going to use it to my advantage. So these are the Bronte leggings from Roadskin, and they come with full armour, hip and knee armour, which is rare these days. There are some brands out there that charge extra. So you guys get a full 360 of what the leggings look like, and they're super comfortable. Comfortable? They're super comfortable. Just look. Ooh. If you know what that's from, we can be friends. Oh. Ah. Mmm. And they also have like a stirrup on the bottom, so it sits under your foot. Pretty breathable, to be fair. I did this on a whim. The angle was good. I'm gonna go continue doing what I'm doing now. Tell me you have ADD without telling me you have ADD. Okay, I love you, bye. Just wait for this lot to go. Oh, there's glass in here. It's not good. Get it out. Okay, I think this, like this. Does this look cool? Shh. Keys. Good start. Okay guys, so here we are. This is the TC Max from Vmoto, which I've been kindly loaned for a few weeks to put it through its paces. So let's get started. Right, I've been shown many times how to unlock this bike. Whether or not I'm going to do it right, I don't know, but let's find out. So we unlock the bike. Then we press the power button. Yeah, did it! We kick the kickstand up. Yeah, and it goes from park to ready on the dash. So that now means it's ready to go. So if I do the accelerator, yeah, this is going to be fun. So there's 3 different settings on the speed. I don't know if you can probably see me in this angle, probably not. So you can set it to restrict to setting 1, 2 and 3. 3 is like top end, 2's in the middle, 1 is low speed. So kind of ideal if you're going around city, you want to conserve the battery depending on what situation you're in. So if you're doing long lane riding, you'd probably want it in 3. If you're doing slow city speeds, like London for example, set it to 1. What a cracking little idea. Let's go back. So my first impression is it's a very comfortable bike. It's very, very lightweight. And I can comfortably flat foot it with my knees slightly bent. The suspension's quite soft as well. Don't get excited, I'm doing this for science, all right? So this would be a perfect good bike for building up confidence for people. Say for example, you're a new rider or you're back into riding after a long time off, and you just want that confidence where you feel you're in complete control of the machine, and you're looking for something that not necessarily is going to take you around the world. Say for example, I mean we could, just saying Vmoto, if you've got any ideas, I'm a free agent. If you fancy loaning me one of these and going around the world on it, I'm all yours. I think this would be a great commuter bike. So weaving in and out of traffic, because it's quite a slim body. It's not too, what's the word I'm going for? Ample? I don't think that's the right word. Is ample the right word? It's a pretty cool little bike, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun on it. Turn you off. Sounds like Zelda. Does anyone remember playing Zelda? What was the fairy fountain? That's what that sounds like. Does this not sound like the fairy fountain from Zelda? It does. I'm going to find the music and I'm going to put it in. Just a snippet, so we haven't got to pay for royalties or anything like that. So I guess there's only one thing left to do. Go for a ride. Let's go out and film some content, because that's what we do now. Love you. Who says electric bikes can't go green laning? Not us. So this is a true test of off-roading for an electric bike. What do you reckon?
What's that?
What do you reckon?
Yeah, good for what it's designed for.
So I always get people ask me about different heights of bikes. I'm about 5'6", pushing 7. I've got an inside leg of about 31 inch, I think. So it's not all about your height. You could be 5 foot, but have a really long inside leg. And that's the thing that's going to help you get your feet on the ground with a lot of bikes. But as you can see from this, I can pretty much flat foot it. It's not a problem. And it's a very light bike as well. So again, going back to what I was saying about it being a good bike for getting your confidence back up, if you're a newbie, if you're somebody who's trying to get back into riding, this is definitely a bike that you should consider. We've had it for about a week, 2 weeks now, so we've taken it out in a few different scenarios, and what we've found is that whilst it might not be a bike that you want to go out and do a massive adventure on, it's definitely a bike that's brilliant for nipping around town and maybe a bit of green laning, as we have been trying out today. So on this bike, it has 3 different variations of power and speed. The range is going from 1 to 2 to 3, 3 being the most powerful, 1 being the least powerful. 1 is more for your use around town and slow speeds, and 3 obviously for your B roads and A roads. I wouldn't suggest taking this out on a motorway because the power delivery is not quite there, and I was struggling to get up above 50 to 60 miles per hour. However, for people who are on the commute and maybe living in London or small built up towns, this is absolutely perfect. The only thing that I would say about this bike is it's got a very short range, as I mentioned earlier. We managed to get about 40 miles return on speed 3, and then it's meant to have about 50 miles return on 2, and then a little bit more on 1. We found that after about half an hour of riding in speed 3, we were having to turn back because we'd already used half the power. On a positive note, take the battery out and take it up to your desk and charge it whilst you're at work, and then you can be back on the road before you know it.
Anything else you want? Anything else you want to say about it?
So my personal feedback, would I own one of these? Would I actively go out and buy one of these? Not just yet. I don't think I would go out and buy one just yet because I'm not a commuter. So it's not in my interest to go out and buy this bike because it doesn't fit my needs. But if I was a commuter and I did live in London, you've got to think about cost of living, petrol prices, ULEZ, perfect, because you're not going to have any of that. Got to move with the times and think of the planet and the environment. Yeah, these guys are definitely doing that.
What does it feel like to ride an electric bike versus a normal bike? How did you find that?
So for me, again, it's one of those things where you can't really compare them because they're in their own fields. It's like the delivery and the power and the punch that you get from them both are totally different. This has definitely got a little kick to it. When you start off and you're going along, it's great, but then it drops out when you're on the main roads because it's got no shield and all of the buffering, that stops the delivery a lot. Like you would get on a normal petrol or whatever motorbike, but it's got the power to push through that, whereas this won't cut through the wind as much, which is why it makes a better commuter zipping through traffic bike than it does a long, windy, open stretch of motorway bike. And that's what it's made for. It's not made for motorways, it's made for commuting, for nipping to the shops, nipping to work, and being economical and value for money, which I think it is.
What about the controls? Was that easy?
I kept looking for the back brake. There's no back brake. And I kept looking, yeah, but it's on the front. There's no back brake down here and there's no clutch over here. So even if you ride DCT, you're still going to be looking for some kind of foot control, of which on this there is nothing. So it was kind of hard to break that habit of looking for the back brake and the clutch. Another pro of an electric bike is you've not got to think about everything. So you're not doing it mechanically, it's auto, as you're literally on a twist and go. There's no gear selection apart from the 3-2-1, which is the power delivery, and also the amount that you use of the battery. It's literally just stop and go and front brake, back brake, front brake, back brake. So yeah, you don't have to think about it, which is even better, again, if you're getting back into riding or you're a newbie and you want to build your confidence up, then this just helps you with being on the road and positioning. Not so much about riding an actual motorbike, but having that general sense of, and then you can build upon that. So again, this is another pro if that's something that you're looking into doing.
It allows you just to enjoy the ride.
And it allows you just to enjoy the rides. Do you ever look at some of the stuff you do and you just think to yourself, what planet, what are you doing? Like, I do all the time. Is this turkey neck? See my leathers back there? Looks like I know what I'm doing. Anyway, no. Police helicopter. Why is it whenever you want to record, the entire world comes out? That angle. That angle? I hope this is still recording. Yes, it is, okay. Yeah, all right. Shit, I've done it wrong. I have Mike. Where's Jeff? How are the boobs? Boobs good? Yeah? Okay. And my love handles. That was me. Can I? So what am I saying again? So this is the back brake and this is the front brake.
All the way around.
No, this is the back brake.
It's front brake.
This is the front brake, this is the back brake. Just as while we're in the woods, no one can see me.